Duelist, the Friendship Cup by Tricky C. Chapter 19. Cybernetic Revolution. Rainbow Dash versus in Part 1. Where did Sunset go? Rainbow silvered her head across the field. She paused the sunset flare and marched past them, not even turning her head their way. Passing the sapple, bends ahead into the school.
I didn't see,
Fireside said. Rarity swallowed heavily.
Oh, I hope she's all right.
Biggie told the place.
Maybe she can get you the congratulations on your awesome victory and also having Magic. She have ready for you.
The rest of the group of fixer were annoyed looks.
What? So I do.
If these simple students will please clear the dueling properly, we will now choose the next two duelists. Ray helped announce. On the display board above the field, the highlighted portraits of Rainbow, Flayed Sentry, Shiny Armor, and Indigo Jack began to flash with blue and violet borders. After several seconds, the outline stopped, and two portraits grew larger. The next duel is decided. Canada Highs, Rainbow Dash shall face Crystal Peps, Indigo Zap! Yeah! On the sidelines, Indigo jumped up and pumped her fist, grinning ear to ear.
Meow!
Rainbow geeked.
We got something important going on here.
You betcha you do, Indigo called as he jogged past.
Come on, I've been waiting my turn since yesterday.
She reached the other side of the field and turned, raising her dual disc. With a press of her touchscreen, a card tray of dark blue energy materialized along the front.
Will the Captain High students say for Rainbow Dash, please vacate the dueling field?
We're kind of in the middle of something, Rainbow called over, directing a scowl at the principal table. She watched, her expression hard as somber, placed a hand over the microphone, leaned to say something to Hope. Hope nodded as Sabra stood, withdrew his hand, and leaned a hand back on the mic. We will take a brief 10-minute break while the duelists clear the field.
I'll take it.
Applejack nodded to Rainbow. We'll go find Sunset. You take care of things down here.
You got it.
Rainbow stepped away from the group.
But you gotta get her back here quick. Don't want her missing my win.
As the group filed off the field, leaving Rainbow alone, Indigo smiled.
You might actually want to tell them to take their time. Can't imagine how embarrassed I'd be if my teammates saw me lose as badly as you're about to in 10 minutes. Don't worry, in 11 minutes you won't need to imagine,
Rainbow replied. Indigo's smirk twisted and looked of confusion.
So, after a minute after I beat you, I'll know how embarrassed you feel. Yeah, no, you will be embarrassed.
Isaac rolled her eyes as the four reached the stairs to the parking lot. I think she'll be fine without us. She turned forward again. She froze, looking across the field. Isaac turned her head, squeaked, and backed away when she saw what Applejack's attention. First stood aside as Somber walked past him. The rival principal paused with one foot on the bottom of the step, not moving his head, turned his eyes like a Rarity. Applejack gasped and tightened her grip as Rarity suddenly became heavier to hold, and her knees shook under her. After a moment of silence, Somber looked forward and continued his steps, approaching the Crystal Prep limousine. Rarity swallowed heavily, put a hand on the railing of the stairs to steady herself. Applejack turned her attention back to her. Prayers, Yuka? Rarity nodded. What, dear? I think I just need another moment to get my bearings. Piggy tilted her head as she watched Somber climb to the back seat of the limo.
What's that about?
The empty bathroom echoed with the sounds of clanging metal. A large, continuous barrage of punches. The cover of the paper towel dispenser slowly caved in. White now marred by streaks of silver where the paint had come off, and streaks of red where blood had been left. Sunset let her hand rest on the sizable dent she made. Breathing heavily, she lifted her own hand and gave a final punch to the metal. Once again to impact, she brought her hands and stared down at her knuckles. The skin bloodied. She shook her hands slightly until she willed them to stop. Stupid. She moved to the sink and turned on the taps. She held her hands under the wire and watched the red wash away. She ripped a leaf of paper towel and pressed her hands dry. As she pulled back the towel, the wounds were still raw, slowly seeping blood again. She twisted the towel off and inhaled. She visited the nurse. Wrapping the paper towel around one hand, cupping it over the other, Sunset slowly pushed open the door to the hall and made her way into the stairway of doors. She descended carefully, unable to grip the railing. The walls resounded with her boots hitting the steps, one by one until she reached the bottom. She pulled the door open and paused when she saw who was coming down the hall. Rarity. Hoping the other girl hadn't seen her, Sunset ducked back into the stairwell and slid down and out to windows and the door. She swallowed heavily and looked at the hand she was nursing. Red spots showing on a white paper towel. A gentle rapping came above her head. Sunset ignored it and lifted her eyes and stared at the steps in front of her. The door beside swung open.
Sunset?
Rarity knelt next to her and put her hand on Sunset's shoulder. Contact made Sunset's breast catch. Rarity noticed she didn't say anything.
What happened to your hand?
Some idiot smashed it against the paper towel dispenser. Sunset muttered, turning her hair away.
I see.
Rarity gently moved the paper towel away and looked at Sunset's wounds.
How many times did she hit it?
I lost count.
Well, you didn't let her know if she does anything like this to you again. I'm going to have some very choice words for her that I otherwise not use in polite company.
Sunset looked back at Rarity, locked eyes with her. Her eyes confirmed that what was explicit from her words. Sunset tried to look away, but found herself unable. I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Rarity tilted her head.
I don't follow.
What happened to you out there? Sunset shrieked. Your eyes, the glowing, the new cards! She sighed as she pulled her knees up to her chest and buried her face in them. You probably don't remember. It was magic again. It took control of you. I didn't do it, I swear! She raised her head. Maybe it was residual because of what happened yesterday. Or back... She stopped herself from finishing a thought. Are you okay?
Actually, I feel rather pleasant.
What? Sunset shouldered her head, confused. Rarity looked at her eyebrows and shrugged.
To be honest, I feel almost refreshed. Like waking up from a nap or slipping out of the shower.
Rarity, please don't joke.
I'm not.
Rarity put a hand over Sunset's.
I remember everything that happened. I remember drawing my new card, summoning a monster, and winning the duel.
She gave a small murmur.
It's a bit easy, like something you were only half awake for. But I remembered it all the time.
She looked at Sunset.
Well, presently, I don't see how what I did out there was your fault.
Don't you? Sunset shook her head. I corrupted you with magic in the last tournament, and I just used magic again yesterday. There can't be coincidence.
I don't disagree on that. But I think it's a bit presumptuous to run away and blame yourself for it. Besides,
Rarity gave her a warm smile.
I don't think this is quite the same. What do you mean?
Rarity's expression darkened.
Well, you did that to me during the Autocron tournament. I had no recognition of anything until Twilight defeated me. But as I heard afterward, I became quite unpleasant for the duration.
Her face brightened into a smile again.
That was nothing like that. I thought I was in control of myself and I stayed who I was.
She grew distant as he glanced away.
I knew I couldn't let my friends down, and I wanted to win for their sake. Then I felt this rush of energy and...
She trailed off.
I thought I wanted the same thing during my duel with Twilight.
Sunset whispered.
But look what happened to me. I won't pretend to have all the answers standing. Well, I know whatever it is you think you need to blame yourself for, one way or the other, you don't.
I wish I could believe that, Sunset shook her head. It'd be easier if we could actually explain how you suddenly got magic.
Rarity nodded, pushed herself to her feet. I ain't getting entirely. But sitting here blaming yourself won't help us figure it out, will it?
She held her hand stretched into Sunset's field of view. Sunset turned her eyes to the other hand. After several seconds of hesitation, she reached down and took it, letting Rarity pull her up. Rarity comfortably unwrapped the paper towel to look at Sunset's wounds and gently dabbed them. Sunset felt the tension in her shoulders lessen as Rarity ran around her hand. Thanks, Rarity. She patted the back of Sunset's hand.
What are friends for?
She gestured her other hand to the hallway.
I believe Rainbow Dash is starting her duel.
If you want to observe. She placed him on the field and looked at the principal table. She frowned when she saw the empty seat next to Hope.
Where's Sombra?
Took off, Lemon said, held up her hand, leaning on her bench, tilted back.
Why? I needed to see him.
Twilight looked back at the others. Do you know where he went? Pacing back and forth on the bench, Sunny shook her head.
We have more important things on our minds right now.
Not that you care, or you would have been here earlier. Hands on her knees before her head, Sugarcoat rolled her eyes.
When I know better, I think you need a babysitter more than a principal.
Shut up! Sunny jumped to her feet, glared down at the other girl.
I don't need to be taught down by the likes of you!
Would you rather we go get Rarity? Sugarcoat said smugly. Sunny bristled.
She got lucky, nothing more.
She beat you, nothing less.
I'll meet myself after.
Sunny practically snarled the words as he swirled her head the other way.
Twilight, you want to take down Sunset too, right?
Before Twilight's fuck could answer, Sarah cut in.
Will you both grow up? You lost, get over it. I lost too. Secret cult last week. You don't see me whining and angsty about it. I'm not angsting,
Twilight protested, glaring at the other girl.
I am investigating. Sunset Simmer is...
She stopped herself and took a breath. She may not be what she seems. Sugarcoat split out. What do you mean what? Twilight sighed, not allowed to say. There's not very much to go on. Lemon stood up and put an arm over Twilight's shoulders. She reached out to Sunny with her other hand, but it was slapped away. She looked at Twilight and smiled. Look, Twi, these are the big leagues. It's rough and it's hard and it ain't always fair. And that's how the cards are dealt with sometimes. You can't let it get to you like her. She jumped to throw at Sunny.
Bite me.
Sunny hissed.
I think Twilight's right. That duel wasn't legitimate. It couldn't be.
Sugarcoat slapped her forehead.
Give me a break.
Twilight slid down Lemon's hold. Why? What happened?
I told you, she got a lucky draw. You want me to draw you a diagram of how she moved her hands as she played her cards?
Maybe. Twilight looked over the group. I can't go into the details, but I'm looking into something for Principal Sombra. Something about Caroline and its Duelist, and if Rarity's win wasn't legitimate, that might be part of things. So how did it happen? Twilight looked at her duel desk and tapped a column of the tournament records.
She got lucky.
You said that.
I need specifics.
Twilight said. She paused and squinted at her duel disk's projection. No recording of the duel? After a moment's thought, she raised her eyes to the four girls. Sunny, what cards did Rarity use to beat you? Needing them. Sunny opened her mouth, hesitated to put a finger on her lip.
Strange. Can't seem to recall.
Twilight turned her eyes among them. Any of you remember? Lemon scratched her neck. Sunny had an XYZ out.
Hazy Flame Bastardus,
Saraswati offered.
Right. If Rarity had an empty field and she drew...
Lemon tilted her head.
Guess I wasn't really paying attention. Did she summon Rainbow Dragon again, or am I misreading the turn order?
I'm very sure she did.
This can't be coincidence.
Twilight lowered her head, put her hand to her chin. But she wasn't even here. The sound of footsteps caught her ear. Twilight looked over her shoulder.
Principal Sombra!
She ran over and stopped as he kept walking past her. He said sternly as he headed to the principal table.
Twilight kept pace and spoke. I need to speak to you, sir. It's urgent.
Later.
Sir, I think we need to cancel this duel.
Sombra stopped and spun on his heel, green eyes boring to Twilight. She stopped in her tracks and leaned back. Later, Twilight. Sombra turned back around and continued to gaze and see alone. Twilight swallowed heavily and debated approaching, but quickly decided against it when he heard her name.
Twilight!
She looked over her shoulder and saw Lemon waving at her.
Will I have seen and watch the duel?
Twilight looked at the dueling field where Rainbow and Indigo were positioned.
Yes, I do.
She quickly walked to the other girls and sat down. Tapped her duel disc screen and projection of duel stats appeared above it.
If the two duel discs are ready, we can begin. Ready and waiting.
Eager to lose, Indigo taunted.
Then let the duel begin! Rainbow life points, 8,000. Indigo life points, 8,000.
The crowd cheered as the two portraits on display board flashed in sequence, stopped with Rainbow's lit up.
Rainbow Dash will take the first move. Sweet!
Rainbow picked up her opening hand from her duel disc and looked over him.
And we're off to a heck of a start!
She picked up a card and slid it to her slider duel disc.
Let's get an arena worth dueling in! I activate the spell, field spell! UA Stadium!
Column light burst up from behind Rainbow split, fanning in a circle around her and Indigo. In his wake appeared the walls of a massive sports arena. Glass windows framing the spectator boxes, and rows of seats as the circular energy met again, fizzing, forming the field. A large ring appeared floating in the air above them, and activated in rows of blue lights. Hologram projected displays the statistics of the...
That's more like it.
Rainbow grabbed another card from her hand.
I summon UA Mill Theater!
A portal appeared in front of her, and monsters jumped down to their crowds. An athlete with spiked brown hair, glowing silver and green armor. Attack points 1,200. Rainbow reached the top of her dual disc screen.
When I normal summon a UA monster, the effects of UA Stadium lets me add a UA monster from my deck to my hand.
Holographic field projected the image of a card. It flipped over as Rainbow took the card from her deck.
I'll take this, UA goalkeeper. Next, I'll return midfielder to my hand in order to special summon goalkeeper in defense mode.
Midfielder swirled up into another portal, and with a large thud, Rainbow's monster descended to the field. A massive creature, thick white-orange hockey armor, glowing green lines crossing its pads. It crouched and held its hands to the side, a red visor over its eyes lighting up. Default points 2800.
Special summoning a UA monster activates the other effective UA stadium, giving all my monsters a permanent boost of 500 attack points.
Rainbow snapped her fingers and pointed at the goalkeeper as electricity surged over his armor. Attack points 1500.
I place one card face down and end my turn.
She crossed her arms.
All set, bring it on. Be careful what you wish for.
Indigo threw with a flourish. She looked at her cards and barked out a laugh. She swung her card into a dual disc.
Since you set it up, let me spruce it up. I'll activate my own field spell, FA Circuit Grand Prix!
A horizontal wave of energy shot up behind Indigo, leaving behind black asphalt on the ground behind it. Steel blue railings lining the edges. The wave turned and weaved up around the walls of the stadium, tracing out a racing track along the sets of the field. The energy wave reached the start of the track behind Indigo and rippled out, creating a large circular pit zone around her.
Next, I'll summon FA Sonic Meister!
A horizontal portal appeared on the road behind Indigo. With a roar of an engine, a gleaming silver, blue, and orange race car sped out. Two large rocket engines blazing on either side of a large central rear wheel behind the driver. Race car turned and moved to position next to her. The engines dying down. Defense points 1000. Rainbow looked at the holograms several close-up angles of the monster and popped onto the screens with stats.
0 attack points. Must have a killer effect, huh?
You're smarter than I thought, Indigo snickered.
Hey! My FA monsters have a prey attack of 0. But once in play, they have an attack power equal to their level times 300.
Indigo held over 4 fingers.
Sonic Meister is level 4, so that works out to 1200 attack points.
Sonic Meister's driver grinned inside his helmet and read the sentence. Attack points 1200.
Next, I'll throw a face down and end my turn.
Indigo rolled her shoulders and slumped back.
Go for it. With pleasure!
Rainbow smirked at Drew.
First, let's get rid of that obvious trap you left out with the spell card, Mystical Space Typhoon!
A cyclone flew out of Rainbow's dual disc and whirled across the floor.
Say bye-bye to your face down!
Sorry, but it isn't a trap. Indigo called out. Point your hand to her dual disc.
I'll activate the card now. Quick phase spell, FA Downforce!
This lets me increase the level of my Sonic Meister by 2 for the rest of the turn. Sonic Meister's engines lit up blue and began to rev louder. Oh, and my Sonic Meister has an ability too. When I activate FA spell or trap or its effect, and it gains a level permanently. Indigo held up her hand again, 3 fingers extended. All in all, Sonic Meister is at level 5 now, plus 2 for the rest of its turn, which means his attack points are now 2100.
If you want to confuse me with math, you're gonna have to try harder than that, Rainbow said. Your field is still clear, so I'm safe to summon UA Midfielder again. That affects the effect of UA Stadium, letting me add a UA Mighty Slugger to my hand. And, just like last time, I'll return Midfielder to my hand and special summon Mighty Slugger!
Rainbow's newest monster descended from a portal above her. A baseball star in black and silver sports armor, poised with arm out, a metal cylinder in its hand. With a flash of light, it extended a holographic red light in the shape of a baseball bat. Attack points 2300.
Special summoning Mighty Slugger triggers the effect of UA Stadium again, giving both my monsters an extra 500 points. I then switch Goalkeeper to attack mode.
Mighty Slugger, attack points 2800. Grinned and turned its head to watch Goalkeeper stand up, being a fist to his palm. Attack points 2000. Remo 9.
Just in case you have any other tricks up your sleeve, you should know that when Mighty Slugger attacks, you aren't allowed to activate cards or effects. There'll be no stopping this hardball!
She thrust her hand out.
UA Mighty Slugger! Attack and destroy FA Sonic Meister!
Mighty Slugger grabbed a glowing blue baseball ball from her pal's waist, tossed it into the air, and spun the wall with his bat. The baseball blazed across the field, sparking lightly. The baseball spun to the Sonic Meister with an explosion and sour sparks.
Oh yeah!
Rainbow punched her fist.
First you lose your monster, next you lose a ton of life points.
Indigo rolled her eyes.
Strike 1 and 2. Check again.
She looked over her shoulder. The smoke of the attack cleared, revealing Science and is still revving.
What gives?
Rainbow exclaimed.
It's Science special ability. It can't be destroyed in battle when it battles a monster with a lower level than it. Your Mighty Slugger is only level 5. It's Science is level 7.
Indigo scoffed.
Oh, my mistake. Level 9 now. See, the effect of my Circuit Grand Prix grants all FA monsters a boost of 2 levels during the battle phase. Now he's at level 9. Science has 2,700 points. My Slugger is 28, so your attack barely scratches me.
Indigo put a hand on her hip.
How's that for some math, Rainbow Duds?
Indigo life points 7,900. Rainbow growled.
Keep talking, Indigo. Yeah, I end my turn! Goody.
Indigo drew and reached her hand.
I'll start this turn by summoning FA Whipcrosser.
A portal opened behind Indigo. An armored blue and yellow motorbike rode out of it. Driver clad in the armor of some game color scheme. While the wheel, he drove up beside Indigo before setting the wheel down. D-pad's voice 1,000.
Whipcrosser has similar abilities to my Science,
Indigo said.
Namely, he has 300 attack times his level, and increases in level as I use FA spell and trap cards or effects.
Series your dual disc.
Like this one, I activate the effect of FA Downforce in my graveyard.
The image of Indigo's card appeared above her and dissolved.
By banishing Downforce, I basically get its effect again, boosting my FA Science for 2 levels for this turn only. Since I activated the effect of an FA spell card, he also gained another permanent level again.
Indigo held her hands out to gesture to 2 monsters.
That makes Science level 6, level 8 for this turn, and Whipcrosser is level 5. Stop making me keep track of this stuff!
Rainbow screamed.
Too much going on?
Indigo laughed.
Here, this will simplify one thing at least. I'll switch Science to defense mode, then activate the spell card FA Test Run!
The computer console rolled next to Science. People sneaking out the machinery attached to the car.
This card changes Science back to attack mode. Now I get to destroy one card in the field.
Indigo tapped her chin.
I like to go tit for tat. Get rid of your face down card. But that Millfielder combo's getting on my nerves. I'll destroy UA Stadium!
The computer exploded, sent blasts of electricity in all directions. Around them, the walls of UA Stadium began to crack apart and crumble, bringing a massive cloud of dust. The debris hit the ground and dissolved into particles of light, piece by piece.
Here,
Rainbow muttered.
Oh, and by the way, just to make sure you're still keeping up, that's another FA spell to activate another level of my monsters. Indigo grinned. Now, so let's see how they run. I enter my battle phase, and now the effect of my FA's field spell gives my FA monsters another boost of 2 levels. FA Science, attack you, a Mighty Slugger!
Science, level 111, attack points 3,300, revved up and sped across the field, crossing through the guardrails of the pit stop. Drove into Mighty Slugger, the baseball players swaying across the field of the car. After driving another second, it screeched to a sudden halt. Mighty Slugger flipped through the air, crashed to the wall of the stadium. Rainbow life points 7,500. Indigo's dual disc beat and it dented the card once he picked up. Once per turn, when an FA monster destroys a monster battle, I get to draw a card due to the effect of my field spell. Oh, and since that's an FA spell effect triggered, that's another level booster.
Yeah, Rainbow muttered. Any more effects you want to pile on? Actually, yes.
Indigo pointed at Science.
As long as it has a current level of 7 or higher, FA Science can attack 2 monsters a turn. Here goes the second lap!
Science, level 12, attack points 3,600, roared to life again, turned to drive a UA goalkeeper. The car stopped, pressed it, brakes, turned, and rear end of the car slammed to the goalkeeper, sending it tumbling across the grass before it shattered. Rainbow life points 5,900. Indigo winked at Science as her monster drove back to place through the hole in the punts guardrails.
And I hope you haven't forgotten about Whipcrosser, I said. FA Whipcrosser, direct attack!
Whipcrosser, level 9, attack points 2,700, soon forward, hopped over the guardrails and aimed itself at Rainbow Dash.
Not this time,
Rainbow growled.
I activate my trap card, Reinforce Truth!
The card flipped it over and lit up.
This lets me special summon a level 2 or lower warrior from my deck.
Rainbow tapped the hologram on a selected card ejected.
I'll summon Xavier Pasul in defense mode!
Another warrior with a massive mess of tangled hair blue armor and massive sword appeared in front of Rainbow and knelt. Indigo looked at her eyebrows.
Going off brand, are we? I'll play whatever cards I need to beat you, he replied. I'd say Rapunzel can't be destroyed in battle, so go ahead and attack me while I waste more of my time.
No, I'm good, Indigo shrugged. I ended my turn, and the spell boosting effects wear off my monsters. Sightmeister, level 8, attack 2400, and Webcrosser, level 7, attack points 2100, closed their edges slowed.
Fine by me. I'll be destroying them this turn, no matter what level they are.
He'll put a hand to her deck and glared at Indigo.
This still isn't even at halftime yet.
Indigo laughed.
You tell yourself that, Duds. Truth is, I'm ready to lap you and leave you in my dust.